Hello there, it is me, Tarman, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be painting these guys from black powder. So yeah, they are cool little metal figures. I've already went ahead and primed them all white. So the first thing we're going to do is paint their coats a nice red. And the red I'm going to be using is this. And there we are. Now all the red bits are picked out. Now we're going to move on to the kilt. And the color we're going to be, the color we're going to be using for the kilt is this. And there we are. Now the grain's picked out. Now we're going to move on to the black bits. And the black we're going to be using is this. And there we are. I forgot to pick out his little red vest that he has in there, but that's a different shade of red. And I'm going to be using Army Painter. I just got one of these and I've been trying them out. So we're going to use this for his little vest. That was easy. So now next thing we're going to do, we're going to pick out the yellow cuffs and collar. And the yellow I'm going to be using is this. Ta-da! And there we are. Now we're going to pick out his little bedroll and his little bread bag and stuff that he has. And the color we're going to be using for that is another Army Speed Painter, which will be this. And there we are. If you want to make it a lighter shade, use this one instead. I like them both, but it looks like that instead of it being so dark. But I'm going to go back and highlight that. But the next color we're going to be doing is the blue, which I'm using two blues, one for the kilt and one for the cap. This will be for his beret, and this will be for the kilt. So let's do it. And then ta-da! But we need to make it pop just a bit more, so we're going to go back to the black, which is this one, and draw black lines on the kilt just to make it pop. So let's do it. Ta-da! And there we are. Now really the last thing to do before we clear coat them is paint the musket. And we're moving back to Army Speed Painter. We're using this. Ta-da! Now the next thing I'm going to do is put a gloss clear coat over him and then put a black wash on him. And then we're going to hop over to some highlighting on some of the stuff. Really it's just going to be this brown, and then painting his skin and the silvery bits. So let's do it. And there we are. That is this guy so far with the black wash. I just used the basic wash. I did forget to show you what wash I used. I just used this. Watered down, so it's not super strong. But yeah, that's this guy so far. So the next thing I'm going to do, I am going to highlight the yellow and his little bedroll. Oh my goodness. And the colors I'm going to be using for that is this. For the bedroll and his little bread bag he has. And for the yellow, I'm going to be using this. So let's do that. Voila! Now we have the little bread bag and his little collar and cuffs picked up. Look at him, he's coming along. He's not going to stay shiny though. We're going to matte clear coat him in a second. But before we do that, we're going to paint his skin. And I'm going to be doing my normal method that I always normally do. Is I'm going to be using these two. This for the base. Oh my goodness, let's do that again. This for the base. And this for the highlights. And for the eyes, I normally just use white and then black for the pupils. And then the hair color, really anything. Anything you want to use for the hair color, go for it. So let's do it. And there we are. Now really the next thing to do is to put a matte clear coat over him so we can finish him out. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spray him with a Tamiya matte clear coat. So let's do it. And there we are. He's all nicely and clear coated at a matte finish. So now the next thing we're doing, we're going to pick out all the little gold and silvery bits. And we're just using two colors. That's it. This for the gold. And this for the silver. So let's do it. Voila! And there he is. That's pretty much it for this little figure. Really, the last thing to do is just base him. So I'm just gonna base him. And there we are. Now he is all done. I had a lot of fun painting these figures. I always enjoy painting these metal figures. I think they're just so much fun. But I really like the look of this guy, and I think it turned out pretty good. And he looks good with all of his other ones too. Like here are the other guys. So yeah, it was a great way to start the new year. Had a lot of fun painting all these little dudes and showing you guys one of my little presents I got. But without further ado, I hope you enjoyed the video and on to the montage.